Imagine a world where darkness prevails, where Voldemort, not Harry Potter, emerges victorious. A world where the Battle of Hogwarts ends not with a triumphant cheer, but with a chilling silence. This is not the story we know, but an alternate timeline that could have been our reality. In this parallel universe, the boy who lived does not defeat the Dark Lord. Instead, Voldemort's cruel laughter echoes through the Great Hall, a chilling testament to his unthinkable victory. Hogwarts, the last bastion of hope, falls into the clutches of the Death Eaters. The wizarding world plunges into darkness, its light extinguished. But what happens next? How does the world change under Voldemort's reign? What becomes of our beloved characters, their hopes, dreams, and lives twisted by this cruel twist of fate? Dive deep with us into this alternate universe where the dark wizard Voldemort reigns supreme. Join us as we explore the what-ifs of a world turned upside down. In our world, Hogwarts stands as a beacon of hope and learning. But what happens when its pillars crumble under the Dark Lord's power? Imagine Hogwarts, a once thriving institution, now under the iron grip of Voldemort. The once vibrant halls filled with laughter and magic are now dominated by an eerie silence. The warm, welcoming Great Hall where students once gathered is now a place of fear and obedience. Under Voldemort's rule, the heart of Hogwarts would undergo a sinister transformation. The values of bravery, loyalty, wisdom, and ambition, symbolized by the four houses, would be perverted. The houses of Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, the bastions of courage and loyalty, would likely be abolished. Why? Because these values pose the greatest threat to Voldemort's rule. Gryffindor, the House of the Lion-Hearted, has always been a symbol of courage and chivalry. It was the very house that spawned heroes like Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ronald Weasley. In a world where Voldemort reigns, such bravery would not be celebrated but suppressed. Hufflepuff, the house of the hardworking and the loyal, would also face extinction. Loyalty, after all, breeds unity, and unity is a threat to any tyrant. Hufflepuffs are known for their dedication and fairness, traits that Voldemort would find unnecessary, if not outright dangerous. The Hogwarts curriculum would also change drastically. Subjects like defense against the dark arts would be replaced with lessons on dark magic. The once forbidden forest would become a training ground for dark creatures. Voldemort's reign would turn Hogwarts into a breeding ground for his followers, a place where innocence is lost and evil is nurtured. Hogwarts, once a place of magic and camaraderie, now serves as a grim reminder of Voldemort's iron-fisted reign. With Voldemort at the helm, the wizarding world would be a vastly different place. Let's delve into this chilling possibility. The Ministry of Magic, once a beacon of governance and law enforcement, would be twisted into a tool of oppression, serving the Dark Lord's sinister agenda. He would puppeteer the institution, making it an instrument of his will, a weapon to further his dark cause. The once respected ministry officials would be but marionettes, their strings pulled by a master of manipulation. The laws would change, bending to Voldemort's twisted sense of order. A society that once protected its people, regardless of their blood status, would now prioritize pure blood supremacy. The rules would become discriminatory, favoring the purebloods and marginalizing the half-bloods and muggle-borns. The scales of justice would be tipped, not in favor of virtue, but of lineage. Muggles, the non-magical folks, would face the brunt of this new world order. Their lives, already oblivious to the magical realm, would be thrown into further disarray. They would be hunted, exploited, and perhaps even enslaved, their existence a mere amusement for the dark witches and wizards. The Muggle-borns, wizards and witches born into non-magical families, would face a fate no less dreadful. Their magical abilities, once a cause for celebration, would now mark them as targets. They would be ostracized, persecuted, and their right to magic would be stripped away. Their wands would be broken, their spirits crushed. This world would see the rise of pure blood supremacy, a hierarchy based not on merit but on birth. The once vibrant and diverse wizarding community would be reduced to a society that values power and purity of blood above all else. It would be a world where fear rules, where oppression is the norm, and where the echoes of laughter and camaraderie are replaced by the chilling silence of conformity. In this world, fear and oppression rule, silencing the once vibrant and diverse wizarding community. Even in the darkest times, hope can find a way. What becomes of the Order of the Phoenix and Dumbledore's army? In a world where Voldemort triumphs, it's almost certain that the Order of the Phoenix and Dumbledore's army wouldn't just fade into obscurity. These groups, filled with brave individuals who have already faced great adversity, would likely transform into an underground resistance against the Dark Lord's tyranny. Imagine Hermione Granger, whose intelligence and resourcefulness have saved the day more times than one can count. She would likely be a key figure in this resistance, using her knowledge of spells, potions, and magical law to outwit Voldemort's followers. She might even find ways to protect Muggles and Muggle-born wizards and witches, ensuring their survival in a world that has turned against them. Then there's Ron Weasley, Harry's loyal friend who has always stood by his side, even when the odds were stacked against them. Ron's bravery, combined with his deep understanding of the wizarding world, would make him an invaluable asset to the resistance. He could rally support from within the wizarding community, working to undermine Voldemort's regime from the inside. And let's not forget about Neville Longbottom. Neville, who stood up to Voldemort when no one else would. Neville, who killed Nagini, Voldemort's last Horcrux. In this alternate timeline, Neville's courage would not waver. He would continue to fight, continue to resist, becoming a beacon of hope for those who feared that all was lost. In this world of darkness, these characters and many others would shine brightly. They would fight, not just for their own survival, but for the survival of the ideals and values that the wizarding world holds dear. They would resist, they would fight, and they would hope. Resistance is never futile. Even in the darkest timeline, there are those who dare to light a candle against the night. In a world where Harry Potter has fallen, what becomes of the boy who lived's legacy? In the throes of a world where the unthinkable has happened, where the hero of our tale has fallen, the legacy of Harry Potter takes on an even greater significance. His life, his battles, his sacrifices, they all stand as a testament to the power of courage and love in the face of darkness and despair. Harry's defeat would undeniably send shockwaves through the wizarding world. After all, he was their beacon of hope, their symbol of resistance against the oppressive rule of Voldemort. But in his fall, Harry Potter would not be extinguished. Instead, his story would continue to reverberate through the halls of Hogwarts, whispered in hushed tones among the students, shared in secret gatherings of the remaining Order members, and passed down from generation to generation. His story, his legacy, would become a powerful tool against Voldemort's rule. It would inspire courage, foster unity, and ignite a flame of resistance. Harry Potter, the boy who lived, may have fallen, but in his defeat, he would rise again, not as a boy, but as a symbol of hope. Imagine the young witches and wizards of tomorrow, hearing the tale of Harry Potter for the first time. His story would serve as a beacon, guiding them through the darkness. His courage would inspire them to stand up, to fight, to resist. His love for his friends and his unwavering loyalty would teach them the importance of unity and friendship in the face of adversity. In the end, Harry Potter's legacy would not be defined by his defeat, but by the lives he touched, the hearts he inspired, and the hope he instilled in the wizarding world. His name would echo through the ages, a reminder of the boy who fought, who loved, who lived. In defeat, Harry Potter becomes more than just a boy. He becomes a symbol, a beacon of hope for those who dare to resist.